So my piece I called Pop's Catch, and the object I selected was a little silicon bait fish kind of thing, which I had gotten at my pop's funeral because he was a fisherman. He loved fishing, taught me everything I know about fishing, and he passed away just the other year, and so I really wanted to choose an object that I felt deeply about. So I brought a little silicon fish to school and I carted it around for how long was it? The whole term. And we went to the kindy, we went to different places, and we had to record what they thought of the fish and take that into consideration. We looked at multiple different artists, and mine is somewhat reflecting on Van Gogh's 12 Sunflowers, except it's fish, not sunflowers. I think it's a big thing. It's the first time I've had a piece of mine ever entered into an exhibition that's actually pretty big. So I'm pretty proud of it. Well, I've loved doing art since I was in prep. Done art with Mrs. Reynolds all the way up, and I didn't do it the 1 year, and I kind of looked back and missed out on it in a way. So I wanted to keep doing it, and because I do enjoy it very much.
So this is a 3D animation which I made using the software Blender, and I made it for one of my art assessments in grade 11. Well, my object was a small pocket watch that I had been gifted by my grandmother, and I wanted to incorporate it into this work which I'd already been working on. So what I did was I inserted a small clock there that's just kind of spinning out of control with lots of hands and very chaotic movements. So the meaning behind the piece is kind of that, you don't even notice the clock on your first watch. There's so much going on that if you don't actually focus on it, then you're never going to notice different things that are happening as time passes by. The clock here, it symbolises the passing of time, as is stated in the title of the work, which is Passing Time. So basically there's so much chaotic action happening around it that you don't even notice time passing by, and if you don't slow down and notice every single element, you're going to miss so much. Every single element in this piece is actually modelled individually, coloured individually, moved individually. There's so much work put into every single little element of it. Every one of those bricks were moved and sized and scaled and rendered individually. So that took me about upwards of 5 hours, I would think, just in the modelling alone.
So this is my piece Forget Me. It's a mixed media on canvas. I started with a layer of primary acrylic paint, just roughly blocking the shape of my necklace. And then I cleaned it up with coloured pencils, and then I have refined the detail in acrylic again. My original object was a necklace that I found in a thrift shop at the start of term 1. So I have a collection of necklaces. I buy one at the start of every single term because for me I feel like it represents a moment in my life, a chapter of my life. And I kind of wear that through my jewellery and my expression of self, my clothing. With this specific necklace, it has a lot of floral imagery, which has always been really important to me throughout my body of work and everything I create. I love to include flower symbolism with Victorian florography. I think it's really interesting to me with the way that there's hidden meanings assigned to pretty much every single flower you can think of. So this one's representative of a forget-me-not, which is inspired the title of my piece, Forget Me. The Forget Me reflects memory and the passing of time and how memories are intertwined with jewellery and what we wear and every single object that comes through our daily life with us. In the way that my memories are tied to this necklace as I wore it every day for 2 weeks with our unit. on objects and our focus on that. And the way that whoever last sewn this necklace also had memories intertwined with it. And the goal of my artwork is to draw an audience to connect with my necklace and to connect with theirs and think about which objects have watched their life unfold. I think it's really surreal to me that it's been selected to go into an exhibition. I've also never had any pieces selected into competitions. I've never really entered any. Yeah, I've been doing art for more than half of my life now. I started classes when I was 6 in Canberra and continued that until I was 12 and then took art through secondary. And it's always been the most important thing to me as a way to express myself. It's very soothing to create and to improve. And even more so that my piece has now been selected to go in a competition because I didn't start off good at art. Not at all.
This is the wrong title. The Temple of Benjamin will forego without his martyr. It's a very surrealist work. I've shown it to many people and I've asked them if they could realize what it was. And some people lose it, so I have to show them the object. The object is a plush dinosaur in the middle, hiding along the background. And I haven't had the object with me very long, only for about a couple months. But it means a lot to me, because that's me in a different sense. That's everyone in a different sense. So I thought, why not have the object into this? Because it'd be fun to have him around and be fun to do artwork with him. Jean-Michel Basquiat is an American artist from the 1960s. He lived a pretty fulfilling life but died kind of young. He expertised in kind of graffitiist art and protest art, and he used it by painting and then sketching into the paint. I don't know if you can see, but I have sketched into the paint with the other side of the paintbrush to have faint images on there. I've never really had a huge opportunity to have art recognized in like anything like that, so it's really nice to have it recognized. I've been at TAS ever since I was in kindy, so that's like 13 years ago. And ever since then, I've always done art. Always with the same teacher, always in the same room, and it's something you can just go back to. It's kind of just always there, and it's really nice. I like it, because you can come in at lunchtimes, you can do your work, you can do other stuff if you need. You can do personal work, you can do work for art, and I really love it.